Hi everyone, Anthony Morgan's Training Academy. Today is about quality over quantity. Now, as you can see on my backdrop here, there's hundreds of knives here. Hundreds. Are they all quality? No, but there's a lot of quantity. So some of them are German made, some are Bokers, but some are China, some are Taiwan, some are Japan. Now, do they all do the same thing? Yes, they all do the same thing. They cut. But if your life is going to depend on it, okay, will the blade snap? Okay, so quality over quantity in the police world, we use that saying quality over quantity, because if you take your handgun and you just start shooting and you're shooting 15 rounds, you reload your magazine and you shoot another 15 rounds. If you're not hitting your target, then it's a waste. So that's where quality starts coming in over quantity. So, choosing your rounds that you're going to fire for quality instead of just emptying your magazine. Sure, it's going to keep the person busy on the other side if you're firing a lot of rounds, but you're going to run out of ammo a lot faster. So, and the same thing goes with self-defense, martial arts, quality over quantity. Now, you can go to a Taekwondo school and you can pay lots of money and you can get a black belt in 6 months. Okay, you can be 6 years old and get a black belt. Now, that's the way they're set up. Okay, that's the way they run their business. Now, my thought on quality over quantity, okay, you could have 400 black belts. It doesn't mean that you're going to be any better than if you have one certificate that says you're a boxer. Now, that's where quantity starts changing on quality, okay? So you say, okay, well, quality, which is going to be the boxer, okay, he's going to teach you, he's going to teach you some close-in positions and teach you to where it's going to be effective no matter where you go, who you go up against. And so you have quality over quantity. Now you can go in and you can learn 60 katas, but are they street proven? Can you go outside and actually pull them off? So quality, taking somebody like, I've been training under a lot of original Bruce Lee guys. Now, quality Bruce Lee guys, which are Guru Dan Inosanto, James DeMille, Steve Golden, Guru Roland Nogueira. Now, these guys are all guys that spent time with Bruce Lee. And it's quality. They weren't looking at me and saying, okay, well, I want to get him to his black belt as fast as I could. They are saying, well, okay, they need to understand that they can teach me what I need to know and have that refined so it will work 100% of the time. Now, as Guru Dan used to always say, absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add specifically what is your own. So, but you can't add specifically what is your own if you don't know what your own is. So that's why when you find really good, qualified, quality instructors, that they don't have to teach you a lot of things to make you really good in self-defense. So quality over quantity. And sure, I've been studying the arts for 55 years. I have a lot of systems under my belt, but they all blend really, really well. I mean, the Kali blends well with the JKD. The JKD blends really well with the Wing Chun Do. Okay, the Wing Chun Do blends really well with the Jun Fan, but they are all similar concepts. A few things different. I mean, when you get into knife work and stick work, that's a little different on like the JKD or the Wing Chun Do or the Jun Fan, but there's similarities on how we attack and how we defend and certain blocks. I mean, it's like if you take in Kali, Kali we still block with the Tan Sao. Well, Wing Chun Do we still block with the Tan Sao. Minor little differences, But there is a difference. So all of these knives, these hundreds of knives here, okay, there's only a few in here that I would place my life on if I had to be out and if I was going to have to defend myself. There's only a few in here that I would say, okay, that will work for what I need. Now, certain things, it's like, this is a Fiskars, machete, okay? It's got a plastic handle. It's cool. It's strong, you can get good service out of it. It is a little flimsy, and it will work. Okay, if I break it, I can go down and buy another one. Okay, great. Okay, go down and buy another one. But do I want to do that? And so that's where quality over quantity. Do you go out, and some of you probably do this. You go out and buy a pair of shoes that cost $11. You wear them for a month, and they wear out, and you go buy another $11 pair of shoes. Instead of going out and buying a set of maybe Red Wings or Danners or something like that that's going to last you for, a couple years, that are really high quality. So that high quality is going to be in anything we're doing. If we're in a martial arts system and I'm going to be carrying a knife that I'm going to depend on to save my life or save somebody else, I want a knife that's going to be reliable. If I'm, going into the backwoods, I want to make sure I have a good pair of boots that aren't going to hurt my feet, and I want a good backpack that's not going to hurt my back. And so now that's where the quality starts coming in over the quantity. You say, well, I go through backpacks after backpacks, they rip out. Well, that's because of the quality of that item. So keep that in mind as you're buying a knife. You don't have to buy expensive knives. I mean, they have Benchmades out there. This Benchmade that I carry here is about a $150 knife. I got it for a gift from one of my students. It's a great knife. I've been carrying it 4 or 5 years. Great knife. It's Benchmade. Great knife. Reliable. I carry it all the time. Okay? And this is a Kershaw Speed Assist. Metal handles. Okay, great knife, reliable. This would save my life, and I would depend on it. So try to think that as you're going through life. If you're looking for a self-defense system, try them out. See if it's going to be something that's going to be easy for you to step into, and is the instructor going to be a qualified instructor that's going to teach you as an individual what you need to know. If I have somebody here in a wheelchair, I'm going to teach them different than I teach somebody that isn't handicapped. And you need to find an instructor that can do that, that can say, okay, what are your needs and how can I help you achieve that goal? So there again, quality over quantity. You can go to the phone book and you can look at, 50 different instructors, and sorry to say, some of them aren't good instructors. They know a lot, but they're not good instructors. They're not good teachers. And I've had the great joy of Wayne Owen, great instructor, great teacher. Guo Dan, great instructor, great teacher. Steve Golden, great instructor, great teacher. And that doesn't mean that the other guys that I study under aren't great instructors. Cedro James Samayo, great instructor, great teacher. He has his way of teaching, and he's strict. He's very, very strict. And by him being strict, that means that he wants the best out of us as his students. So, don't give up just because somebody is a little harder, harder on you and makes you perform the way that you're supposed to perform. Now you can go in and you can train under somebody and they say, oh, that looks okay. Here's your white belt. Okay, that looks pretty good. Here's your black belt. Give me $200. And I usually advise against that, because you want somebody that's going to train you as an individual, not as a part of a group that everybody looks the same and they make you look the same. So quality over quantity. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, and keep sharing my videos, and I'll see you in the next video.